So last week I did a video about how to identify when your mushrooms are about to fruit. Because when you look inside the bag, you need to identify those areas that it looks like the pinning, the fruiting is about to begin. So you know where to cut the bag to release those mushrooms. And in some cases, where you cut the bag will inspire where pinning starts, because that fresh air hitting the mycelium, kind of inspires fruiting. So it's a little bit of a chicken or an egg thing. Sometimes I cut holes, again, hoping to grow some mushrooms there, inspire some mushrooms to fruit there. And sometimes they just fruit wherever they want to fruit, and I cut the bag to let them free. And take a look at this. This is actually an example of each kind. So I cut the bag there, and mushrooms started pinning, and I saw pinning happening. These poor little pins starting to push their way out of the up against the bag, and they looked so sad and so squished, and some of them still kind of squished inside the bag. But I went ahead and sliced the bag open so they could escape. But I thought it would be good to show what it looks like when mushrooms just start to pin and start to emerge. So, as I said in my last video, one of the things you're looking for is areas of the substrate that look particularly well developed. They have very, very thick mycelium development, to the point where they start getting bulbous. They start sticking like little brains outside of the layer of substrate, beyond the substrate. And that eventually turns into this even more like brilliant, bulbous, cauliflower-looking heads that start pushing up against the plastic. And that is the sign of pinning. And you can see here, this is a golden oyster mushroom. And the tips of the little branches, the little bumps, the carbuncles are starting to take on a golden color. So we definitely know that these are mushrooms that are about to happen. So you need to cut the bag, you need to let them escape and be free so they have plenty of room to fruit. And in some cases, you actually have to adjust. I actually had to tip this on its side a little bit. You can see I'm holding it up by a bowl because they were basically wanting to grow out the bottom. So that wasn't ideal. So I turned them over a little bit. I'm propping them up so that this will be able to fruit significantly. I also have I'm keeping these inside a humidity dome that you would use for seedlings, just to keep the humidity around the mushroom at a proper level. So I didn't want the mushrooms growing too close to either side, the top, bottom, or the side. So that's what I've done here. I'll definitely keep you updated on the progress. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe, because we're going to watch these golden oyster mushrooms their entire life cycle. We've started from sterilizing the grain spawn in an Instant Pot, sterilizing the substrate in an Instant Pot, and adding the spawn to the substrate, and now growing mushrooms, fruiting. So it's an exciting time, so be sure to subscribe. I'd also appreciate it if this video a thumbs up to let me know you like the mushroom content, and I'll keep making videos and keeping you along this particular part of my journey. In any case, thank you so much for joining me, for watching and joining me on this journey. Bye-bye.